Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Tonight we return to Factorio Mosaic. And we return to work on factory outposts. Iron, copper, and oil primarily, although we'll have to do a coal one as well. We have our giant mosaic factory here. And after the last stream, I went and spread everything out. All of the module blocks are now at least blueprinted. As you can see, there are plenty of things missing, including mostly undergroundies, and then obviously some assemblers as well. The other thing I did was remove the beacons from the arrays because we'll need to put them in blueprinted with speed modules in them anyway. So, and they cost a lot in power, so we might as well not bother with them until we're actually going to need them. And we won't need them until we're actually making some modules to put in them. So we're going to start out down here. There are two mines right here, right on kind of on the edge of the base. And those are the first two we're going to use for iron and copper. But before we do that, I wanted to set up what will be the smelting arrays for the module setup. Which means no fuel needs to come in anymore because they're electric. And they're going to be fully beaconed, of course, like we've been doing. And so we want to just do a setup of that. To do that, you basically need, I think it's 13. Quickly grab the number here. For 45 per second, it's 12.8. So effectively 13. Just for... Actually, I think we can probably get rid of these guys. Just for the sake of argument here. We'll pretend these are furnaces. They're the same size, so it doesn't matter. Once my logistics bots... Oh, no, I have them. Okay, I have them. Never mind. They came. Excellent. So this is kind of the basic smelting array, which basically looks just like the basic... looks just like the basic anything array. You have beacons on either side. You have an input belt on one side and an output belt on the other. Actually, I can take this one out because that way we can have a single unit here. And then you just put down some power poles. And of course, we're going to need 2 power poles for these. Actually, I do want the other one in there because I want to also put in this. That way we have what is actually a full unit. So, 13 of these, let's see, one factory needs to be able to load just about 3 iron ore per second. So, one stack inserter in will be fine and one stack inserter out will be fine. If we're doing 13, we need to be careful about where we put the stack inserters so that we can position a turnaround or a load balancer here. Actually, I'm going to use the balancer method just because we want to do kind of shifting. And we're going to do it after, since it's 13, we're going to do it after each 6. So that means that actually I want these guys in by 1 more. And so I'm going to balance or even it out on the outside as well here. And then let's do 6 like that. Turn my bots on. Of course, we don't have all the beacons, but it doesn't really matter. And this is our output here, and this is our input here. It also doesn't matter which side's which, as long as you set the balancers up, or set the inserters up correctly. So this is 6, and so then, let's see, 8, 10, 12, and then the 13th will be a little bit different. What I'll do is just put the 14th down and then take out the 14th of everything. Okay, so after 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we want to have a splitter there, just outputting to the right to shift it inward to the inside of the belt. And then we do the same thing after 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. And this will just make sure that this last inserter has enough space to be able to work. Now, of course, just like everything else, we don't have any modules to put into this. So we're going to have to figure this layout out kind of without modules, and then add them in, or with, assuming we have modules, remove the beacons just like we did, like I did with the other arrays out here, and then be able to put them right back in once we have speed modules being made. Hey Phasian, welcome to the stream. So, so this is your basic 13 furnace array that will obviously have the modules and beacons once it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and pick that up. And let's try to erase the bots there so we can get to the stuff before they do. So unfortunately, this is just slightly too big for the roboports, but not if we line it up just right. I wish I could disable the basis bots here just so that I could experiment with this a little bit. But I think if we put one of these right around here, like this, five, 6, 7. This is incredibly well fitting here. 8, I think 9, 10, 11, and actually we can get that doesn't quite fit, but we can move that power pole. I'm not bothered by that. Or do I want to shift the whole thing over by 1? I think I do. Okay. The whole thing comes over by 1. So we had it here. I want to move it 1 spot this way. And in fact, I could move it down a click. Yeah, also. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, undo. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 13 arrays in one of these blocks, which is pretty good. Like, that's probably more iron and copper than we're actually going to need. Let me look at the numbers here real quick. We need, no, actually, according to this, we need 11 belts of iron and about 13 belts of copper. So really this is just enough for one of these setups. Let me copy this here because I actually want to remove it before they get working on it. You guys go out, you guys go out. Keep this. Just drop it here for right now. And we'll remove all ghosts. I don't want them to start working on it just yet. Because what I want to do first is actually work on these minefields and what we can fit as far as miners here. Get rid of this. Just to see exactly how much copper this is going to provide. How much iron the other one's going to provide. Because we may need to outpost to the other to the other mines that are out to the other side over there. All right, so we need to take all of this out. This power pole actually needs to come out as well, which is fine because the power is connected on both sides. I would like to not have to remove this track, but I might have to. I'm going to leave the signals where they lie, just so that I can have a grasp of how that's going to work. Okay, so the problem is with this being angled here, it doesn't really fit well. We want to obviously cover as much as possible with the miners. You know what? I'm going to cut this out, but keep it in my paste queue or in a blueprint. Yeah, we'll stamp this blueprint here for real quick. We're going to pick this up. If I can restore this corner, that would be nice. Although I won't necessarily need to. Because I could have the station up here, and the trains wouldn't actually even need to come down here. So it might be okay without doing it. Oops, that's not what I want. Nope, sorry. There we go. Okay, let's see. You go here then, so we can consume as much as possible. And it goes there. Let's turn off the bots, because I want to also do an upgrade plan. Do I want to upgrade this one? I think so. But I think I'll do it like this. Yeah. Oops. I need to get a clean one, though. That one's not clean, even. Okay, let's just come down here and get a clean one. I'll also blueprint that and put it in my folder here. And that is large mining blue. Oops, I have my caps lock on somehow. That's odd because I never do. This is large mining blue now, so we can just go ahead and stamp these down. We can probably just go out that far with this one. Nope, we gotta go out all the way with this one. Okay, well, let's make sure that this one is okay. Yeah, there's a couple there. I want to, like we've been doing in the other mines, I want to maximize the coverage here. We're going to get a little bit more than 8 belts out of this thing, kind of. I guess I could turn my bots on. Do that. I'll obviously do the trimming like I often have. And we need miners. Crazy here. And I'll have to get into the logistics zone, of course. Miners, where are they at? They're there. Let's go like 200 miners. You get up here in the logistics zone. There we are. So I want to count how many miners that we have in this area. 381. So according to Kirk McDonald, in order to get the 9 belts of iron plates that I need, or the 11 belts of iron plates that I need about 9 belts of iron ore. And that's only 99 miners. Now, the reason that is, at least in part, is because one of these belts should have 90 minus the productivity, which we're currently at. I'll have to check in a second. And we only have 45. So we're at somewhere just over half, 40% productivity. And I queued up a bunch of research, so we're working toward 50%. But if we're at 40% productivity, you take 90, which is the number to fill a blue belt without any productivity research, and you divide it by 1.4, which is the 40%, and you end up with something like 70 something. I have to pull out a calculator here. 90 divided by 1.4. Oh, it's only 64, 65. That's actually not too bad. So this array of 300 and some odd belts is going to be... Oh, wait, I was looking at the iron numbers and you need copper. But still, this array of 300 some odd belts is like 2.5 times as many... Or 300 some odd miners is like 2.5 times as many miners as we need for the copper array. The problem is we're going to need 13 smelting columns in order to accomplish this, just for copper, which means that that entire block that we set up here is going to be what we need for copper alone. Oops. Well, sorry, robots. I walked out of your zone, and now everyone just reset and is coming back again here. Which is why I'm also researching worker robot speed. because the faster they get here, the better off we all are. They can't build beyond the green zone there, so that's up to me to build it. While we're waiting for supplies here, I can go ahead and do some trimming around the edges. We need that, but we don't need this. Again, we need the power pole, but we don't need the belt. Excuse me. We can trim out as much as we don't need, because all these undergrounds, we still need 440 of them just for the assemblies, let alone what we need for this mess. I'll leave that there just because that we don't have to go out here and redo that belt. And then this can be cleaned up a bit here and here and just be a straight belt. This one here as well. And I think that's about it on the front side. Oh, this one here too. Yay. You know, that can go too. Thank you. That could go, I guess, and that could go, I guess. Not that it matters a whole lot. But I want to take these 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 belts and probably just feed them into 8 smelters to start with. And then we'll have to, I'll end up setting up this outpost out here for however many more. And that'll be more than enough to bring in the copper for the circuits, to make all the circuits. So what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, I set up a track coming out here to the outposts. This one's going to be more of an in-post because it'll have the smelting columns aligned to the grid. This one, though, I'm just going to build out here and set up a station, an outpost station. Iron I'll build out here for this iron, and this copper, say, here. And then this crude oil will be, like, say, over here. And we'll just bring it in. And I'm going to continue this track out to this crude oil. I'm probably going to go around it or something. I hate doing that, but there's not really another place to put this. And pick up this crude oil as well. We'll definitely need both of these. We'll probably also pick this one up down here. Hey, Catherine, welcome to the stream. Yes, in-posting. I coined that, I think, or at least I recoined it. I don't know. What episode are we on? 20-ish? Probably at least a dozen streams ago. It came to me one day, and I was like, oh, I should use that term. We do still have this little bit of crude oil here we could tap, as well as whatever this is out here, although most of it's blocked. So if we really needed to, we could go out here and outpost these as well. But there's some iron there, there's some more copper there, depending on how big these patches actually are. See, these are smaller because there's because they're closer to the starting point, which was over right here, because there's the lake. These are closer to the starting point, so they're a little bit smaller, but they're big enough that they're worth getting at this stage of the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those, and I think I'm gonna, like I said, set up eight smelters here, and we'll combine these down, and then 8 or so for this one as well. So what do we have as far as supplies? Are you still bringing in stuff? Bots, miners and bots, lights. I guess I could do that. So I could probably reconnect this track here, but this one's just going to be in the way. But I'm not that worried about it because the train shouldn't need to come this way anyway. Okay, what do we still have incoming? Satisfaction there. We still have a few miners incoming. Satisfaction there. That might be the last of them. So let's go out here and make a mess. I also need to get some better armor so that I can get some legs made. And that's kind of a plan for the near future. I actually did start making some efficiency modules, handcrafting. But the base just isn't making enough blue circuits to steal as many as I can. As many as we want to. You know me, Phazian, I'm all about the mess making. And we're out of undergroundies. Am I requesting 100? Yeah. So we really just need some more of those. Connect this up. Connect this up. Actually, for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and Connect this one to this one. There's no way that's going to be a full belt anyway, so who cares? Let's go back up here and stand and request some more stuff. The problem is what we need to request is what we're lacking everywhere. So hopefully we can get that stuff situated soon. This is 67 for these 2 rows. That is right now just about 1 belt full. So we can go ahead and combine those as well. And I can stand actually down there. I want to be careful that I don't go too far out into the abyss here. That one there. But there's no reason why we can't get this started. So I made that whole giant array of 13, but I don't want 13. I only want 8. Let's see which ones we can use the best of here. Without moving my cursor, I'm going to use my finger against the screen, which you guys won't be able to see. But let's just say starting from the one under these beacons as the first one. Just count from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts us about halfway between the beacons, pairs of beacons on the left. So maybe I should do like 4 on each side. Well, I can't do 4 on each side, but I could do... You know what? Let's just place this down. And then delete the ones quickly that we don't need. That's all 13, and I didn't want to do that. Ghosts and stuff here. Definitely want to delete 2 of them from this side. Definitely. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's actually a good spot. Wasn't bad for a guess. Okay, so that is the 8 lines that we can reasonably fill with this mine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then I guess I can let my bots work. Oh, I want to delete though the beacons. I'm going to delete the ghost beacons first so that the bots don't bring more beacons out here. I could set up a filter plan to do this. I had one previously, but I deleted it or something. And I realize now that I probably actually need another power pole down there and maybe another one up to the top to keep these beacons powered, but it's okay. And more placement of stuff and things. And I'm out of blue belts now. So the big starvation point in the mall right now with the blue belts and the blue undergrounds is actually the gears, which is the iron coming in. I guess I could help that situation out some, but the other thing we're starving on is assemblers. So I could help that out by building, by upgrading these to yellow assemblers, and then upgrading these belts at least to red belts. Which I guess I could do the red belt thing. Let's do that. Not that it's going to help out a whole lot here, but I could at least do that part. Because I have a surplus, I think, of red belts. Oh, yes. Actually, we have enough blue belts, too. I just don't have any on me. But the blue undergrounds just aren't getting enough gears. There's nowhere near enough gears. So we need to get more gears made. And that's probably going to revolve around upgrading this to red belts and this to red belts all the way down and into at least as far as the gears. And this isn't a bad idea to get all the way up to here and then across here and then down there. Gotta be careful because I have both Upgrade planner color, that's why I didn't want to do that. I should take those out before I mess myself up. But that should help matters. I hope. Hope there's not any blue belts in that whole thing. There are not. Excellent. And I did the inserters. Okay, good. So that should help some. After that, what we need is assembly machines 3, which we have none because we're using them all. And we need something. I've forgotten now what it was we needed. Oh, we need more iron, or more faster iron. The speed modules would help too. I should have trimmed these off before I made the blueprint, but what are you going to do? Okay, so that's 8. We're going to bring these 8 lines into an 8 to 8 balancer. Ooh, we can get rid of this. No, I want to just unpin the book. And then I want to grab the Bilka's blue balancers, pin that. And then go 8 to 8. Let's see, 8 to 8. Could do the unlimited one. Probably should. And actually, I can put it somewhere over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I should put it up closer and just put it out further. That's a good place. Ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be good right there. We'll go one more just for fun. And then we have minimal undergrounds still. Yep. Alright, I need to stand in the zone some more. Which kind of stinks for building. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And now I'm holding down shift, and so my whatever you want to call it, my muscle memory of how many times I need to rotate is off. Because I'm rotating, what's it called? Counterclockwise instead of clockwise. Okay, let's copy this like this. And actually, the bots will be able to build the first parts of that, the base bots that is, automatically. The problem is I've kind of messed myself up by putting this close. Although technically this rail doesn't need to be here either if that corner's not there. So we could just resolve that by taking out this next block of rail. Ooh, I almost walked out of the logistic zone again. There we go. Then I don't use any, or very many, undergrounds. Start with that one there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to map view. Make my life marginally easier. Guess I could just place these. I don't need to make the nanobots do the work. But I want to do this anyway. And that's the end again. Okay, so this needs to be trimmed, which I didn't do before I made the blueprint once again. Oops. And I should have thought about this a little bit. How far do these come down? Because I don't want... Maybe I just keep the belts south of the roboports until... Yeah, that's the easiest way to do this. Keep the belts south of the roboports until they turn into their respective arrays, and then we don't have to worry about positioning and whatnot. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3 to come past this roboport. I am gonna underground under the power pole. Whee! Goes in there. That goes there. Oh, wait a minute. Is that gonna be okay? Yep, actually that is fine. Okay, good. Oh, stupid belt movement thingy. Ready, and then this one can fit here just fine. That's what I was checking. But I wasn't checking the next one. So technically, this won't work. They all need to move down one more. That's fine. Then we don't need this one. So I guess I should have moved it down 2 more and then not worried about going under the power pole. Okay, you convinced me. Twisted my arm. Boy, I could really use that, whatever mod it is that we're using on our Angel Bob's game to be able to do the faster construction stuff. That would be nice. Go there. Go there. Go there. Ooh. Roly, roly, roly. So now this, of course, is not going to produce as much copper now without the modules as it will. How am I off by? That's how I'm off by 1. Oh, jeez. Okay. Because of this one needs to be an underground. And I just used it. You know what? I don't need a signal. That doesn't reach. Those don't reach? I thought those reached. Oh, I have this at 3 spaces. That's why. Oh, alright. Take the lights out, I guess. I can put that signal back in if it matters. Not that it does, but... Go here. Don't go there. You go there, there, there. Oopsie. There, there. There. That. Great lines, Wally. There you go. And let's bake some copper. Excellent. So at this point, these guys are only going to produce not much copper. See, it's 8 times 13. That's 104. Yeah, this whole thing's only going to produce like a blue belt and a half at the moment. Okay, so we need a station here. We don't need the station to be anywhere near this big. Unless I just belt the iron after it's smelted into here. No, that's not allowed. But if we have 8 of these being made, that's 4 stations. So we use most of this. We can take out this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can take out the first one and the last one. Okay. Nope, doesn't like me. Okay. No, it doesn't like me either. Let's do station entrance. Here. And exit there. Hey Eris, welcome to the stream. That goes. Oh, bye-bye. That goes. And I'll let the base spots do the rest. Okay, let's grab a loading station. I can steal one from, say, here. We'll just need to upgrade it. And of course I don't have that upgrade planner anymore. I better do a different one. Red, blue. I don't mess myself up later. Accidentally upgrading a belt weave or something. The nanobots didn't build this stuff again. That is so weird. Whatever. Do your thing, nanobots. I should have copied the signal. Dang it. Okay, let's grab that bit again. Or a bit of that again. Here. Power pole and signal. That puts the wire there. Also does the signal. And we just need to make this be copper plates instead. There you go. And then I want to copy a copper train. There's probably one at the mall. Always a train at the mall. This is copper 3. Oops. Copper starts with a C, everyone. A C. Yep, copper 3. Okay. And then I can just copy this whole thing and paste it down wholesale, and it'll have the station name and all the station stuff. And it doesn't have the upgrades because some reason that I don't understand. Okay, good. Base spots can handle that mess. Hey, look, they already built all of the station, all the rails. It's amazing when they have stuff to use how fast they build. And we should use that same balancer here. I'm going to put it slightly offset over to this side. Like that. And of course we need more undergrounds. It's going to be a real problem. We technically don't need this balancer, but I'm not bothered by it. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Jerk. How far can these reach? Can they reach that far? They cannot. But I should probably be a little bit efficient with this and do like half-Cs. That. Now, getting around this roboport might be a little bit of a challenge. We can do it, I think. I'd rather not have to do quite that far, but the only other option would be to come in from the side with this one, and I'm not that thrilled about doing that either. Well, I guess we keep going this way, and then down. That. Ugh. What if I just did it like this? That's better. Less messy, anyway. Less bad. That's what it is. Less bad. Okay. All these should be called Copper 3. We have the station disabling signals there. Did they all get flagged as copper before I... Yes, they did. Before I mosey on to do something else. That's a new sound effect right there. The placing of the power pole. You'll need a lot more. And of course, every blue belt that I use makes this even more and more painful. Okay, and this one goes all the way over here. Yep, right there. Yeah, that balanced out pretty well for a balancer. So that'll be kind of once we start getting, like I said, the beacons in here and such, that'll give us a pretty good copper array going here. But for now, it's kind of stuck. I mean, it's kind of all we can do is get this. And actually, in fact, I should potentially just disable some of these stations by not sending them any copper, because like I said, we're not going to get a ton of copper out of this if my math is right at all. Just because these don't work that fast by default. They work the same speed as these, and they take up more space and whatnot. So right now, this is way more horrible than like 3 columns of those or something. Okay, so we're just waiting on stuff here. Guess I can do this part. We still need lots of undergrounds that are down there in the mine. But let's go set up this one. I'm going to trim this corner off like we did the other one, but actually leave the corner here because my train's over there for one reason. That out. Take this out. Sorry. Complainy. I'll just do it like this. And then we can put down more mines here. Mining. Red, blue. There we are. So these ones I think I will run in this direction. And of course we don't have any blue undergrounds. So we're not going to be able to finish this one today. But we can at least get it built, get it going, and I can have more stuff made for the next stream on Thursday. Is that far enough? Or should I go a bit further? That's far enough. Excellent. No, actually, I can take 2 more right there. I did not line it up right at the front. Oh no! Oh, we'll just have to do it that way. There. There. I'm using the wrong... I'm using the red one for some reason. Oops, undo. What happened here? Why is this different? Oh, I know why. Duh, because it's blue and not red. Okay. Grab this, do that. And that. Okay. Now we need to do the trimming part. This one here. That's gonna be necessary, I think. We can take that out, and we can take this part out. Let me switch to map mode to do this a little bit easier, because I can zoom in. That's gonna be necessary. Take that one out. That one out, that one out. These ones out. That. That's actually not necessary. Not necessary, not necessary, not necessary. Okay. This one goes out. That one has a stay. Stay, stay. This one can go out. Okay, I have no blue belts left. I have no nothing left. How many belts did we get out of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This last 2 could easily be combined into 1. And that is 326 miners. So we're doing pretty good there. That'll be another 8. Another group of 8. Okay, let's see what we can get as far as supplies. As per usual. Oh, we finally made enough assemblers. Yay! But I think what I want to do here is set up an outpost station, and then set up the mining array here. I could just copy this one. Should be easier than using the one that I have the blueprint of. So tentatively, this could go somewhere in the vicinity of, well, almost anywhere, but we'll say there. And that might work out okay. Let's see what we can do for outpost station, though. We're gonna need 4. Oh, hey, Catherine, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the prime sub. So, outpost station. I think I want to use my T-junction station again. So let's grab that. Let's do that, yes. That'll be kind of like this one here. Only without any of this, or this, or this. Those Those are fine. This one or that one. Or that one. I actually went with these two. Hey, Pumpkin Gang. Well, Raft we only play on Sundays when we have the whole group together. This is just me streaming tonight. But we are also pausing Raft for now until we get to until Chapter 2 is released. All right, let me see where this station fits well. So it needs to kind of go out here somewhere. Could it be that close? Could be. Well, we're looking at other games, so you know, however that kind of pans out, that's what we'll have to do. Let me actually just grab. Oops, let me just grab that T-junction too, because I forgot that I don't have a T-junction made for this 3 space rails, only for the 2 space rails. Okay, so I think it was here, there. I think it was here with the radar, wasn't it? We'll see. Yeah, definitely. Any suggestions you have, we're open for suggestions on what to play next. Then can I just take this here and put it down there-ish? I think so. I don't see why not. And that. And that. This goes away because that was just from the thing. There's signals there. Yeah, I think that works. I just need to grab what a loading station would look like here. And we happen to have one of these right here. Hey, KelTWD, what do you need help with? Yeah, we kind of are purposefully avoiding games with a whole lot of combat. We're also avoiding we also kind of want something with something of a plot if possible. So that kind of rules out things like Minecraft because there's not really a whole lot of plot there. But we're actively looking. We have a couple of ideas that are possibilities. But the combat in Forest might be too much. And it's kind of the same thing with Skyrim, really. Press your Alt key. Or you can click this button right here on the toolbar, and it'll turn Alt mode on when it's off. You're welcome. I don't have the list right now, or the conversation right now with the games. Obviously, we're talking about going back to some Unrailed. We always have fun playing that. We've talked about... I don't know if Asian chime in here. What else have we talked about? My brain is distracted and whatnot. Let's see. We want to do a balancer here. This is going to be clumpy up here. Maybe I should do this a little differently. Unrailed. It's we played it before. You can see some videos. If not on here on Twitch, you can go to my my YouTube channel and see some of that. Yeah, that's right. We talked about Astroneer and Satisfactory. We talked about quite a few. It's really just a matter of what we want to have. Let's see. Belt, 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 belt. Actually, that's not too bad if I position everything right. Let's do that balancer. I'm going to back them up and put them in line with this. Well, on one hand, a lot of people don't like it, but on the other hand, a lot of people do. The big question with that right now is, does it support multiplayer? Is multiplayer good enough at this point that we could reasonably play it? And that's a question we haven't actually answered yet. Because I know they've had a lot of, issues with multiplayer. So, oh, this isn't going to work. Too close. Yep, we got to move this out by 1, which means that this needs to come back by 1 so that I can move this whole thing out by 1. That means this needs to come back by 1. This needs to come back by... Oopsie. That's not good. There. 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 But yeah, like Astroneer is a fun game. Phasian and I did one stream of it, and then Unrailed came out, and we got addicted to that for a while, and kind of stayed that way. So we could definitely go back to Astroneer. Hey Pedro, welcome to the stream. It is me. It is I. Oops, that's not right. That's right. There we go. And that's not right either. Oh, their multiplayer, yeah, they'll get it straightened out eventually. I'm not worried about them straightening it out. I'm just worried about before we try to play it, making sure that it before we try to play it in the multiplayer, making sure that it's good. We haven't tested it. So that's something we'd have to do before we even thought about playing it. We also talked about doing a some sort of a multiplayer game of Factorio. That definitely sits well with me. But we'd have to come up with something that was combined good on stream as well as good for 4 people. And 3 of us are well-seasoned Factorio players, but the 4th is not. So we'd have to take that into account as well. I see I have 20 blue undergrounds, which I'm going to blow through as soon as I touch anything or move anywhere. But that's kind of... Oh, I need to do a thing down here, too. A balancer. But this is kind of what we're looking at as far as... These need to come down. I don't have an idea of where those beacons go. Okay. Beacon. We're looking at a beacon right there, I think, as being the bottommost beacon. Right there. Perfect. What's a hard thing? Playing Factorio or playing with someone who's not played? I mean, I guess they all kind of are in a way. But if we put it out there, that'd be easier. No, it wouldn't. It needs to come down further. Nope. Oh, dang it. Pulled myself right out of... Okay, so it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then over 1 to there. Yeah. Needs to be there. Oops, I missed one. That one goes there. This one can go... Well, I'll take it up, I think, first. That way I have room for that to wiggle around. Yeah. I agree. Part of the problem, too, with multiplayer is they have to be online multiplayer because none of us... Well, that's not true, but there's no feasible way that we could be in the same room and play any game. So, excuse me. So it's we have to find a game that has good online multiplayer also, and that's another issue. Oh, I messed this up. This can't be that high. Shoot. Well, this all has to come down then. Dang it. Hate it when that happens. Nope, I can't go there. I gotta go here. And then I gotta come down one whole tile. There, that. That goes there. There, that. There. The good thing is once I have the supplies, this will be very easy to build. And I can probably just do it off stream since we planned it all out. So at this point, it's really just an exercise in letting the bots do their thing. Oopsie. Well, we'll leave that one there. It'll be fine. Well, I wanted to be able to get more than just these 2 outposts set up today, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. But outposting is a lot of work. I mean, to do this many outposts, it's an involved process. Oh, straight lines, Wally, straight lines. And of course I can't see down there because I need to put a radar down. And we now have 28 of these, and there's 8 on the way. But we are very far from the mall, so it takes them a while to get here. Because the mall is right there. Yeah, let me know. Send me a comment on here or YouTube, or you can come to the Discord and let me know if you have any suggestions. Like I said, ideally it would be minimal combat, online co-op, preferably co-op. We don't want to do PvP. and storyline is a plus, I would say. Something that we can kind of, like we did with Raft, kind of have a single story that goes many episodes. And I mean, yeah, if you watch our Raft series, we spent the first, I don't know how many it was. 3 or 4, probably, before we got into the plot of the game. And then we moved on and started working on the actual story. Come up here, train. Before we leave today, let's actually start setting up an oil outpost, just so we can say we did one of those, because they don't need any blue belts, so that's an advantage. And I can actually steal... Oh yeah, there's my station. I can actually steal this station once again. Actually, if I do, I still have my pace queue somewhere here. Do. Yes, I do. Excellent. So I might as well just steal this thing out of whole cloth here. I mean, it's backwards. That's not the best deal, but it's not the worst deal either. As long as I make sure that I miss... Get out of the train. We actually need to clean up some of these trees. Trees, too many trees, too many trees. Huh? Too many trees. And there's complaining. Okay, now there's crap on the ground. Go. Oops, wrong one now. There we go. Okay. I should uncover them all. Where's that big pump jacks? Huge pump jacks. I don't have any pump jacks on me. Of course not. Why would I have pump jacks on me? See, we need... How many do we need? 25. To drive back into the base there and pick that up. Hey, wow, we have lots of slots now. Right. All we can fit, so we have to be careful now. But I have that in my pace queue, and I think we can just put it kind of right in there. Taking out that rail there. And then the T intersection should be like right next to us here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. That down. Oh, I gotta take this out. I probably didn't take that one out on the other end either. Or the other T. Okay. We'll drive in here. Get rid of some of this wood. Alright, I'm gonna drive a bit here. Stop. Pick that up. I'm gonna go over here where the wood's destined for. And hopefully they will not have to fly as far if I go over there and visit the location. Not that we're using any of that wood right now, but that'll at least help matters a bit. Hopefully. And they'll also chase me down and bring me pump jacks. Whee! Oh, that's right. This is still broken. Disconnected. Okay, so what else can we design down here while we're waiting? That's probably plenty. We'll need to obviously connect this up to power. Doesn't matter which way I do it. I think I want these to go up and then across. We need to clear out some more of these trees, unfortunately. Do that whole swath there. But we'll kind of come across in this area to fill in the stations here. And unfortunately, I can't really fiddle with these without picking them up either. Are you guys unloading any of my massive stash of wood yet? No, because we need the Logibots to do it, and who knows where they are. Right, I'm going to do this differently then. I'm going to go over here and unload it myself. Or they're full, which would be less than ideal. They are all full. Okay. Well, in that case, I will put down some auxiliary boxes. There we go. That's one way to do it. That means they're stashing stuff. There's all the Logibots, though. Yay. Feed me all your stuff. Now they're getting fast. Oh, we're up to working on mining productivity 6 now. Haven't been paying attention to this. Wow. Haven't been paying attention to the research. I assume we got the pump jacks, maybe? We have 20 of them. So I need to probably have not driven away, because now they're going to start chasing me, but that's okay. I stopped inside the logistic zones, I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Stop. I need to stop closer to the base, like actually right where we are right now. Give me some more pipe. Yeah, that should be plenty. Probably not, but I'm saying it is. And we need some tanks, too. I just noticed that. Top off our tank pile. Alright, I'm going to double this one, too. Problem is space that it's going to take up, but what are you going to do? Well, that's not entirely true, but it is fairly limited. I will give you that. So we're going to have to widen our horizons a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that we do Unrailed this weekend coming up while we search for and decide on the next game to play. But we're going to start looking and we'll figure something out. We'll figure out what we're going to play next. And then we will talk about it on the stream. Oh, I know what else I can copy from here. I can copy some of this, but not all of it. Because I need to actually tweak it a little bit. Take these out. Thanks. Yeah, it's gonna... Actually, we're gonna end kind of soon. Probably just another, I don't know, a few minutes. I usually only go till about now on work nights. Build, 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 build. There we go. I used all my pumps? Well, that's not any fun. How many can I make? A lot. That's good. All the building has got a weird new sound effect. Go. Okay, so let's look at how this is going to lay out, and then that'll be the end. That'll be where we end it. Ooh, that's nice. Connect those two like that. Maybe we could have a pipe coming, because these can rotate. Have a pipe coming up this way. Like this. Connect in. This. Do it underground there, underflow there, rather. And let's see, then we can go... Can we get through there? No. We can do this. Get through here. Like that. That's going to be a long stretch of pipe, but we'll just do underflows for that one. This one, and then we'll connect those in. Just do that. One, I guess I can go like that. That's not bad. Go like this. Maybe I'll take that back one, and I can do this. Oh no, I don't take that back one. I do thank you thing. And then we can do this. Here. And then I can go like that. Okay. That one probably, or did I want it differently? That's okay. That I can't do. That I can't change much. Guess we'll do it like this. Go there. One of these in here maybe. Another one in here. This one can come all the way over. Actually, I should probably put some pumps in here. A bit. Like that. You connect like this. Like this. Who else wants a pump? Maybe one here? And then one here, that looks good. Just keep everything moving in a... Oh wait, no, that needs to go the other way because we're going to connect it in up here. Trees, go bye-bye. Go bye-bye. Oh look, I left a rail right there. Let's see. So if we have pumps here and here. Like that. Bring in some power here. And then just spread it around. That way, maybe with it. Can I reach all the way? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Goes there. There. And then you're the outlier. There we go. I think that's everyone. Oh, I missed one. Right over here. That should be everyone. Oh, and this pump doesn't have power, so these tanks aren't getting filled naturally. So they must have... Oh, I don't have it connected. That's the other thing I need to do here. Is I need to... Oh, no, they are connected. I copied them. Right. Okay, good. 35K here, so this should be off. It is. And this one has barely any. And so it is off as well. Okay, so that's an oil outpost. We basically have an iron outpost ready to go, even if it's not totally ready. And we have a copper outpost inpost also basically ready to go. And that's where we're going to end it. Is anyone watching who would like to stream? Otherwise, we can raid the co-op junkies. Have raided several times before. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the raid for the co-op junkies. I wanted to let you guys know that if you are interested in Satisfactory, I do have a series going on YouTube. 2 episodes have been posted, and a 3rd one is due out tomorrow, and a 4th one on Thursday. So keep an eye out for those. They come out at noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try to do them as many days as possible, but it won't be every day. It'll just be as many days as I can reasonably release episodes. Other than that, I'll be back on Thursday for more Factorio Mosaic, and also again probably on Saturday afternoon Eastern Standard Time. Again, Factorio Mosaic, and then on Sunday for some co-op shenanigans. Unrailed, if nothing else. And that should be the week. So, oops, that's not the right button, Wally. There we go. So thank you all for coming, and I will see you in the next stream on Thursday. Bye for now.